why have you come back?
Really?
Yes. Why? What is it that brought you back to Bantry?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that's the question. You were here, what, 2 years ago, was it? 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Oh, no, that's right. 'Cause I was actually still working. Yeah, 2 years ago I wasn't working. Yeah. You were here 4 years ago, and I remember it as a sensational, one of the great festivals where all sorts of wonderful things happening. You weren't the only Finn around, I seem to remember.
No, there was Pekka Kuusisto and Toffe Sundqvist,
Yes.
who is also this year here.
Yeah, I see. So so what brought you back? I mean, I'm sure you've got other places to go to. Why have you come back to Bantry?
Well, this is a very special place, very special, great festival, and yeah, the music, great programming.
But what is it about the programming? I mean, it's not the first time someone said great programming. Can it be, you know?
Yeah, I can try. Yeah, well, it's about having it all covered, so to say.
Yeah.
That you don't end with Prokofiev and Bartók, but you go beyond that you have also pretty fresh works performed here. Actually, not me this time, but still, I mean, it makes the festival different if there is the contemporary stuff as well present.
Yes. It was, I think, Ligeti you played 4 years ago, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. And what about the actual place, Bantry, Bantry House and the town Bantry?
Great.
It means a lot of walking up and down. What do you, apart from music, what do you think and feel when you're walking up and down?
It's wonderful, of course. I mean, the way down and up, it's if it's not too cloudy, you can see the beautiful landscape, and I like this almost raining feeling when it's not sunny. This very moisture, very fresh, and the sea air, sea wind, the smell of the sea.
Some people call it liquid sunshine. Have you come across that? Do you have a chance? I mean, I know you work very hard, but do you have a chance to go to anywhere outside of Bantry? Have you?
Yeah, actually, this time, yeah.
Where have you been?
I'm staying now, like after the festival.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So
And what are your plans?
well, just visiting a farm for 3 nights, and then a hotel in called the Castle in Castle Townshend.
Ah,
Yeah.
right. That's wonderful.
this
So
is-
you go out on the other peninsula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, not driving the car this time, because the last holiday we did exactly that, driving a car, and this is like a bit more complicated here because I couldn't probably manage driving it on the wrong lane here,
Yeah. Okay. Right.
and they are driving fast here.
That's true. Yes. That is something that visitors to West Cork must get used to.
Yeah,
Roads with 100-kilometre speed limit on them, which
yeah, the roads like yeah.
You're not playing so much of the contemporary music. I mean, you said something yesterday morning which was wonderful. You talked about early music from 1900 to 1950.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
As early music, and I thought that's one of the phrases that I will go away from Bantry with this year. That and what you've got your own group which focuses on
yes.
clang.
Klang from Wien focuses on contemporary stuff. Yeah.
That's right. Yes. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's an ensemble of 23 people
Mm-hmm.
from 10 different countries, and we are like self-organized more or less, and we don't have a artistic director from outside. We choose from our members, the people who do the programming, and and we have a very successful concert series at the Wiener Concerthaus in Vienna, and then we play all over the Europe and sometimes even outside the Europe.
Yeah. Where have you been outside Europe?
I have been to, for example, to Buenos Aires, the Teatro Colón, which is like spectacular venue, really great venue, and we got it almost like full, like 2 nights in a row, which is like...
It's a 2,000 seater at least.
I think 3,000.
Is it 3,000?
Yeah.
The cinema is 2,000. There's a cinema with 2,000, and there's 3,000 in Cologne. Yeah. Now, I heard an acoustic guitar recital in the Cologne with no electrics, no nothing.
Wow.
Magic.
Yeah.
Well, to come back to Bantry, what are you? You're not playing much of yours, obviously interested in modern, really modern music. How do you feel about playing the pieces that you are playing? Why? What do they mean to you? And what do you think they might mean to an audience?
Oh, this is a huge question because there are quite many pieces.
Well, just choose one.
Just one?
That's also a problem, isn't it?
It's true. Yeah, well, we just had the Penderecki rehearsals with Miranda Cookson 5 minutes ago, and a few nights earlier we played Bartók second violin sonata, which is one of those pieces I always wanted to play, and I even studied it at some point just for fun, alone, so to say, when I still had some time for such a thing than playing, just for fun. And now I got the chance to make it with a great violin player. So this is very strong music, 1922, great piece.
So we have a case of here in Bantry, in West Cork, in the fine rain or liquid sunshine, somebody from Finland realizing a dream to play a particular piece of music by a Hungarian, with an American partner here in Bantry.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds like a reason for coming, a good reason to be here.
Absolutely.
Can I ask you about did you suggest this to Francis, or is this something that Francis, the festival director, asked you to?
Oh.
How did it develop?
I think it was in Miranda's repertoire. So
right.
Yeah, I think she was the first to deal with the suggestion of Francis's, and
Right, and I see, and then you grabbed the opportunity.
Yes.
With both hands and a few feet as well.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, do you think that's okay? Is there anything else?
Anything about mixing with other musicians or the social side of it afterwards?
Oh yes.
And if you could say maybe something like the good thing about Bantry is mixing with musicians.
Yeah. Can you tell me something about your relationship with musicians in general? Because some of the musicians here you would have known from previous years, or previous venues, or previous encounters, and some will be first time. And with some of these people you meet for the first time, you're actually going to be playing with. Can you tell us a little bit about what that means to you?
Well, it's always interesting because there is already very often a huge difference between the very first rehearsal and the second rehearsal, how it develops. And actually this time I got some people visiting Vienna just to rehearse with me, in January and then now in May, which is like a luxury for me, of course, that I didn't have to travel for that. And that was really necessary actually, because the beginning of the festival was really tight, and I came sort of at the last moment, and but it's great to get to know these great players.
Yeah. And I often wonder, for example, in the case of the Bartok, when you work with someone for the first time whom you don't know, is there suddenly something comes out of the piece that you were somehow unaware of, something which is new to you? Do you say, oh?
Yeah, often, yeah. Yeah, it's the good pieces you discover always something new in them, yeah. And with different players you hear like a little bit different, like what's brought up, so to say, what's the important thing for someone, and the other guy or girl makes the thing next to it more important somehow, and and that's great.
And when you're playing, when you're finally performing this piece, which you've rehearsed 3 or 4 times before, when in the public performance, what about the public themselves? Do they in any way bring anything into your performance?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's very different situation, I would say, always.
Yeah.
Still, after all these years of doing this profession, suddenly when you enter the hall full of audience, it changes a lot. I mean, somehow it becomes more serious, like right at the moment.
So it's like every performance is actually a premiere, in a way,
yeah,
because the set of circumstances.
Yeah, I like to see it that way, and I hope it would sound like that. This is one of my goals, to try to keep it sounding fresh, even if the music is there composed, ready-made until to this specific point. Yeah, it doesn't really matter actually. You can play Dead Composer so that it sounds like born, like right now, the music.
Exactly, yes.
So the age of the music is not a factor at all, if it sounds dead or alive. Yeah.
Ah, wonderful.